thank you for taking the time this evening to listen in to the online Lanzarote wedding webinar, which is hosted by myself and the Lanzarote wedding planner. I'm really excited to be able to share with you this evening some great information about getting married over here in Lanzarote. And what I'm going to cover this evening is a little bit about the wedding planning service that I provide, Lanzarote venues that are available, wedding planning services, so not just your venue and my personal wedding planning services, but all the little extras that make your day really, really special. I'm going to cover that as well. I'm also really excited about launching a brand new venue, and also revealing an exclusive February special offer, which, yes, is really, really exciting. And then also to provide you with, a little bit more information about the next step after deciding on that, perfect, magical dream wedding venue and what you would do next to secure that venue for your wedding. I'm also then going to allow you the opportunity of typing in any questions that you may have about getting married out here in Lanzarote, and I'll hopefully be able to answer those for you. So my name is Lindsay, and I've been living in Lanzarote now for many, many years, over 10 years, but I actually grew up here, so I moved to Lanzarote when I was 11 years of age, and it's fair to say that I've got a really good knowledge of the island. I'm bilingual, so it does really help, especially when liaising with venues and suppliers. Speaking fluent Spanish can really help, because it just really does make sure that everything in the whole wedding planning process is, is planned so well, and the communication lines are, are always really, really, effective when, when planning somebody's wedding and making sure that everything, goes to plan on the day. So I've been here for a long, long time. I also got married in Lanzarote. And I have a little boy, so I'm a mum as well, and I absolutely love being a wedding planner. What I love most of all is helping people create this absolutely perfect wedding experience. I'd like to say that we all only get married once in our lifetime, but I know that this isn't always the case. So whether, I plan your first time ever getting married, or, whether it's your second marriage, I like to make sure that it's exactly the way you would like it and you and your husband to be. So I'd like to say I offer a personal professional service. I don't offer set wedding packages. What I like to do is I like to create it based upon what the couple would like. So it's more special, so it's tailor-made, it's bespoke, but it's unique. So the wedding packages that we would put together would be exactly for how you would like it, so it's individual, okay? And the couple are always my #1 priority throughout the whole wedding planning process. We're always talking, whether that's through email, through Messenger, if our first form of communication was through Facebook. I also like to offer regular Skype and FaceTime consultations. I really like to do that anyway, just so the couples can meet me, even from the initial consultation and the inquiry stage. I like to just pretty much introduce myself, so people can, familiarise themselves with me and decide whether, I'm the wedding coordinator and the wedding planner that they would like to use. It's a real personal relationship, and I like to really work hands-on with the couples. Like I say, to make it that dream wedding experience more than anything. And the service I like to provide is hassle-free and stress-free. So, the planning service I offer is literally starts from the initial inquiry, even after the wedding, and we'll be working together to make sure that all the services and all the little extras that you would like included in your wedding package are, are fulfilled, and at the end of the day, you're happy. So I'm really, really excited about sharing with you some Lanzarote venues, and the first venue I'm going to share with you is the Hotel Hesperia Lanzarote. So this is based in the resort of Calero, which is absolutely stunning. The Hesperia Lanzarote has a minimum numbers of 40, but they do offer two fabulous locations on site for your wedding ceremony. So the garden area, as you can see here, and also the beach. Your wedding reception, so after you've had your wedding ceremony, regardless of whether that's on the beach area or in the gardens, you can enjoy a cocktail reception on the beautiful decking area outside the Lands Beach Club, where you can sit on your champagne, mingle with guests, taking that warmth and that sunshine that Lanzarote gives you, because it's true to say that Lanzarote does have all year round sunshine here, which is always good when considering where to get married. And the Hesperia is gorgeous because it's so private. You would have exclusivity of the Lands Beach Club for your whole wedding day. And on to the right here, that was a wedding that I did recently, which I styled as well. And that's inside the bar, the restaurant La Caleta, which is just off from the actual beach area and the decking area. And as I say, this is fantastic. More ideal for 40 people plus. You are able to have your wedding here at less than 40, but obviously their minimum pricing is based on 40. They do offer a ceremony only package, so ceremony and say cocktail welcome drinks, and they also offer fantastic facilities and menus and canapes and other services for your whole day if you wanted to spend your whole wedding day at this fabulous place. The next place is another beach venue, which is the Hotel Melia Salinas. Like the Hesperia Lanzarote, it is a 5-star hotel, and this image here is a setup of the beach ceremony, and it is absolutely gorgeous. It's a natural beach, so it's exclusive for this hotel, and you can obviously have that beautiful sand between your toes experience, where you can just really take in the beautiful Lanzarote setting, the blue skies, the crystal clear waters in front of you, and just really, enjoy that moment, amongst your family and your friends. So you have a lovely beach area. That's the area where you would have your ceremony, and you have various on-site places where you can have your cocktail reception and also your evening reception. So you've got a general restaurant area where you could have your cocktails and your evening meal. There's also the Maria Terrace where you can have your cocktail reception. There's also the Los Cocoteros area, which you can see to the top right, which if you were looking at larger numbers of around 80 guests, then this is a perfect area in the summertime for you to have your your wedding reception. And there's also another area that you can have if you wanted, say, private hire of a disco. So it's a beach wedding location. It's a minimum of 50 guests here. Like I say, you can have your wedding ceremony at less than 50 guests, but the price would be no different. And they do require that you have like a cocktail reception afterwards, which they would also price based on 50. It's a 5-star Grand Deluxe resort, and as I say, the scenery is absolutely breathtaking. So the next is Villa Toledo restaurant. What I love about Villa Toledo is you feel that you're literally just walking on water at this venue. It accommodates absolutely all numbers. So whether you're a couple just wanting that small intimate wedding ceremony, just you two, and you want a nice meal afterwards, and Villa Toledo can give you that. Even if you're, say, 10 to 15 to 20 guests, a smaller number, we can work out a really good tailor-made package that you can enjoy a nice intimate ceremony on the terrace looking directly over the sea, and then you can have a nice meal afterwards. So, it pretty much can be, tailored to suit exactly the number of guests you would like. And if you're looking at a larger celebration, then this is also perfect. So anything, I would say, up to 70 to 80 guests, Villa Toledo can certainly do that. So this is based in Costa, which is about 15 minutes from the airport, and this has loads of different accommodation facilities close by, so hotels, villas, apartments. It really is a good place, and as I say, it's absolutely stunning. You do feel like you're literally standing on the water. You can see some more photos here. So it has a really nice pool area, and the outside area to the left, as you can see, there is one of the areas that you can actually have your ceremonies, as well as what I just showed you on the previous page. You could also have your meal. So if you did say you were 20 to 30 guests wanting something a little bit intimate, then you can have maybe your own little private area down there just for you and your wedding party. Or you can go upstairs and and have your reception upstairs, looking directly out to sea. They've got beautiful large crystal, glass windows that gives you the most phenomenal views looking out to sea. So Villa Toledo is a really good, it's a good wedding venue for many reasons. It has the local close by facilities. It's a waterfront location. Short transfer time from the airport. It has a lovely, cute little private outdoor chill-out area for canapes and drinks afterwards, and it just is, for photos, it's absolutely beautiful. And you have it all under one roof, and you can have this exclusively if you're looking at around 50 guests or more. So that's Villa Toledo. The next is one of my personal favourites, I'm not going to lie. It's something that really, for me, shows a little bit about what Lanzarote is all about. We're a volcanic island. We have beautiful palm trees, beautiful coastal, wedding venues. But I honestly believe that no other wedding destination worldwide can offer this type of wedding venue. It is absolutely stunning. So it's an actual Lanzarote tourist landmark, and it was first created by the famous architect Cesar Manrique back in 1966. And it's set partly inside a volcanic cave. I recently did on my Facebook page a video when I was there last week, and some photos, and it's really worth taking a look because it really is breathtaking. It has an indoor natural lake, and you have the option of having your ceremony outside, looking out at some phenomenal sea views, having cocktails around the poolside, and then having your own area where you can enjoy your evening meal and your wedding celebrations, looking directly over the natural lake, which is just inside the cave. There's also a beautiful staircase that walks down, as well, as you can see here, and that's actually another restaurant. There's two areas, you see. You've got the nice lake, the lake area, as we call it, and then we have the actual restaurant, and the restaurant is what you can see there. It's beautiful. It also caters for all numbers, which is brilliant. So if you're wanting a small private wedding celebration, fantastic. Even if you wanted, say, just a wedding ceremony, they offer not just a wedding ceremony, but a nice, champagne toast afterwards and a cocktail reception. Or depending on the time of year and the day, you could also, say, have your ceremony followed by a nice meal inside the cave. For larger celebrations, you can have your own area, where you can have your evening celebrations, you can have your first dance. They've even got an auditorium as well. It's just absolutely beautiful. Don't get me wrong, as it is a Lanzarote landmark, there are certain restrictions on what days you can get married here, but anything between 2 to 60 people, they can definitely cater for. It's absolutely beautiful. Next is the San Jose Castle, and this is located in the Arrecife capital, which is literally just 5 minutes from the airport. It's really close to all, local resorts. And this was actually built in 1776, and it has recently, in modern times, been transformed into an art gallery and a museum. It's a Lanzarote tourist attraction, and it has just fantastic views out to sea. Your ceremony would be inside the restaurant, looking at the crystal clear waters of the glass from the entrance to the castle. And there is a possibility, depending on the time of year, to have the wedding ceremony also outside on the entrance. So there's lots that we can do there, and you would have exclusivity of the venue on between Tuesday straight through to Thursday. So it's also really good to know that. And if you're looking for that Canary style castle with a little bit of, you know, character, a little bit of, you know, history, then this is definitely beautiful, and they offer a really nice food here as well. Next is called the Amora restaurant. This is a Michelin rated restaurant, and this is based in the luxury resort of Porto Calero, which is just 5 minutes from Porto del Carmen, and about 10-15 minutes from Costa, and about 15 minutes from Playa Blanca. It is a personal favourite of the Swedish royal family, and it's used by Spanish politicians. And it's literally right on the water's edge. It's a luxury setting, and when you're there, you actually feel like you're sat on the south of France, and the yachts are just absolutely gorgeous. They're so impressive. You're really lucky here that you're about 400 metres away from your nearest hotel, which is the Hotel Costa Calero, which offers fantastic facilities for your guests and for yourselves. And the Hesperia Hotel is also really close by as well. You're only 5 minutes away from Porto del Carmen as well, where there's other accommodation possibilities for you. So here pretty much cater for small numbers too. So you can have your wedding ceremony here if you're looking for a small intimate celebration on the upstairs balcony looking directly out to sea. It has stunning sea views, and as I say, it's ideal for everybody. Or you can have the downstairs terrace if you're looking for you know, a larger celebration of about 50 people plus. And it really is gorgeous. Photo opportunities in this area on a beautiful sunny day. There's just no better place for, you know, for your wedding photos to, you know, to actually be taken. It's also, I'm not going to lie, a personal favourite, as I also got married at this venue, so you know, it is one that I do like to recommend, because not only that, as it's a Michelin rated restaurant, the food is top class. It offers a fantastic professional service, and as I say, whether you're just a couple or whether you're, say, 100 people plus, this venue can cater for everything. They have a lovely upstairs function room up there where you can have a DJ, you can have singers and performers, and a great dance floor, and the food is fantastic, and it's very, very, I believe, very reasonably priced for the fantastic facilities that they offer, and it really is gorgeous. Next is the Hotel Costa Calero, which is in the Porto de Calero resort. So I just mentioned that this was very close to the Amora restaurant. Well, this also is a wedding venue, and I'd say this is the perfect location for all the family. Because it pretty much has everything. So if you're wanting to have everything all under one roof, so stay in the same resort as where you get married, and if you do have children or you have guests with children and you want it to be perfect for everybody, then this is a good location. So you've got the option of having your wedding ceremony on the piano bar terrace or on the beach area. So the piano bar terrace you would have exclusively, which is absolutely fantastic, and you have amazing views looking out to sea into Fuerteventura, and also the mountains to the right. You can have your wedding ceremony there, nice cocktail reception on the terrace, and then enjoy your evening reception in the El Puntal restaurant, which is really spacious, which will allow you to enjoy really nice fine dining and allow you to dance the night away as well. The beach area is available, but this is only available of an evening. If you were looking for that candlelit evening magical wedding on a beach, then this is definitely one for you. We can dress this up in a traditional or rustic theme, and it really is a lovely, lovely option. Your evening meal would be in the exclusive El Puntal restaurant, where you would have that also exclusively for the evening and be able to have DJ and also entertainment up until about 1 o'clock here. There's also another grand terrace. So if you are thinking of having numbers of over 50 plus, then the The La Pasarela Terrace is beautiful for this, and it's really lovely because you are looking directly over the mountains, and to the left you have the sea. Got a lovely red carpet, and it's just gorgeous. You can have your cocktails there as well, and it's just simply beautiful. And as I say, it's so close to everything, everything under one roof, and it could be that perfect venue for you, really. So the Hotel Costa Calero is fantastic. They start on a minimum numbers of 25. They don't offer a ceremony-only package, unfortunately, but they do offer fantastic full wedding day prices, which I'm able to provide you with. They are a fantastic wedding venue, very professional, and I thoroughly enjoy working with them. It is a great, great venue. Next is the Hotel Princesa Yaiza, which is a 5-star deluxe, and it's literally luxury by the sea. You know, the photo that you can see there is the hotel, which does look straight out to Fuerteventura and those beautiful, you know, sea views. And this is one of the finest hotels that Lanzarote can offer you. It's that little touch of beauty, elegance, it's exquisite. You also have 4 ceremony locations here, depending on the size of your party. So you can be a small, intimate, just a couple wanting to renew their vows or have a wedding blessing. We offer a fantastic wedding suite for that. You've got the beautiful pagoda to the left there, which looks directly out to sea, which works fantastically for 20 people. You've got the pavilion, which is also really good for larger numbers, and you also have another on-site venue as well that you can also have for your ceremony. So there's plenty of opportunity and plenty of places that you can decide. It's really, really beautiful because it's in Playa Blanca, it's coastal. You're in walking distance from restaurants, so if you're thinking of spending your honeymoon here as well, then this is just a fantastic possibility for you and a fantastic option. It really is just beautiful. You can have your evening reception in the Isla de Lobos restaurant, which is beautiful, looking directly out to sea, and you can also have your evening celebrations exclusively in the disco bar Las Lunas. It is beautiful. As I say, it caters for all numbers, and if you are just wanting that ceremony only, then there is an option with cocktail reception. As I say, I can pretty much create a wedding package to suit exactly what you're looking for, but this is an exquisite venue. The next is the Hotel Rubicon Palace. This is also in Playa Blanca, which is about half an hour from the airport transfer time, and it's a beautiful, perfect, all-inclusive hotel. It's currently a 4-star, but it does have confirmation now that this is actually going to recently be upgraded to a 5-star. There's some amazing, gorgeous garden locations. So whether you are just 2 people wanting that intimate ceremony or a larger celebration of up to 100, 150, this can also be an ideal choice for you. There's some lovely areas with beautiful pavilions and beautiful garden settings that just look directly out to sea. Also nice terrace areas. And as I say, it's a great value wedding location. They offer fantastic facilities. It's very economical. It's a great place for the family to stay. The standard of accommodation is fantastic, and you also get, which you can arrange through these special offers and special rates, being a wedding couple, and I can help you with all that, as I can with all of the wedding venues. It's a coastal venue, and I really like this option because you've actually got a private boat as one of the evening reception options. So if you're, say, up to 20 guests and you're still wanting that private wedding reception, then you can have your wedding reception on a private boat, whereby you can have your meal, your sit-down meal on here, have a little bit of wedding, some wedding entertainment. You can celebrate here, and that can just be exclusively yours. Or you can just have some canapes and welcome drinks and a little bit of cava or prosecco there. Or if you're a larger group, then you can enjoy the Plaza Canario, which is a nice Spanish courtyard, which you can also thoroughly enjoy up until about 11 o'clock at night. After 11 o'clock, this does have to be moved inside because of noise, and obviously too, because it is a hotel, we have to appreciate the guests staying at the hotel. Our Recife Grand Hotel is next, and this is another 5-star hotel. This is literally the resort of Arrecife, which is 5 minutes from the airport. I call this venue a touch of class because it's absolutely beautiful with the Tiffany style chairs and the red carpet and the modern decor. This hotel really is well equipped for weddings all year round. You have beautiful on-site venue ceremony possibilities. So you have the pool bar and pool bar ceremony area, which you can see here to the left, and also should you be having a winter ceremony, and then you can have this maybe inside this beautiful piano bar area looking out to sea. And then you can have your evening reception right at the top, because this is one of the tallest buildings in Lanzarote. So the views here are like nothing you can experience anywhere else. It's magical. So in the Altamira restaurant at the top floor, you will see the Lanzarote skyline and the landscape, beautiful mountains and the sea. And you can enjoy your wedding reception literally just looking out to sea. And you can have all this tailored to suit exactly how you would like. And it's just absolutely beautiful. There are also other restaurants like the Star City restaurant, which also can be hired exclusively. And there's so much we can do in terms of decor at this venue. And they do also include quite a lot of decoration themselves as part of their prices. And I'm really excited now to be able to announce the luxury villa collection. So shortly I'm going to be, well, I've already started promoting, as you may have seen through Facebook today and yesterday, one of the private villas that I will be working with in Playa Blanca. But the luxury villa collection is something that I wanted to introduce. For couples that are wanting a really private family affair, anything from say 10 to 50 guests, wanting luxury, quality, beautiful food, wanting that personal experience, wanting it in a beautiful setting, then there's some fantastic villas. This villa in particular, one that you can hire for the day. And it is called Villa de los Sueños. It's absolutely gorgeous. I was actually there earlier on in the week, and the views are just incredible. As I say, it's a luxury setting. You would hire this and have this exclusively for the whole day, up until about 11:30 at night. As I said, it can cater for 10 to 50 guests. I can offer a really fantastic bespoke package for here, and you can have your wedding blessing directly looking out to sea. And the great thing about this is the price that you'll get includes all the seating, all the standard, the setup. They also offer for up to 20 guests. Cocktail and canapé package, as well as a 3-course sit down. Anything over 20 guests. Then I work with an outside professional catering firm that can come in and actually tailor a lovely menu to suit exactly what you would like. As I say, it's absolutely breathtaking, and this is one of the most beautiful villas that I've seen in Lanzarote, and one that I believe is really truly magical for that wedding experience. It ticks all the boxes. It really is. It's just utter luxury, and they have a beautiful area, a beautiful room downstairs that you can sip on champagne whilst the bride is getting ready with her bridesmaids, and if you're having some photos, you can have some before shots in the room. And there's a beautiful walkway up to where the ceremony would take place. And as I say, it really is fantastic. So I'm really excited to this evening be able to share with you this new exclusive private villa collection. So some of the extra wedding planning services. So there's so much more that goes into a wedding aside from just choosing your venue and your food. And this is why I always believe that when you're planning your wedding abroad, it's so important that you do use a wedding planning service. Why I say this is because venues tend to look after the services that they contract within themselves, but the fine tuning of the day, so that your itinerary and all the services, the little extras that that you may want to make your day perfect, using a wedding planning service will give you that. It will take the hassle away from you. You certainly won't get a headache, and you know that nothing is going to, nothing for yourself to worry about is going to happen, really, in the sense that all that stress is taken care of, and you know that it's carefully planned, so you can just enjoy the day with your husband and your family and friends. So I offer wedding celebrant, photography, videography, flowers, hair and beauty entertainment, wedding styling, wedding decoration, wedding cakes, wedding confectionery, transport, villa accommodation, and so forth. I offer such a versatile, diverse wedding planning service, and I honestly say choosing a wedding planning service is definitely something that I highly recommend. And I say that not for yourselves to decide on myself. You may decide to use another wedding planning company, and that's absolutely fine. It's who who you gel with the most, who you feel that can give you the best service. But I strongly recommend that you really look into this, because it is the only day in your life that you want to be absolutely perfect. So making sure that everything is taken care of, I believe, is really, really important. So finally, I'm really excited to be launching exclusively as well for yourselves listening in this evening, a fabulous February wedding offer. So what I'm doing is I'm offering for this month only, from the 1st of February to the 28th of February this year, is I'm offering 20% off my coordination fees. So this, for those that are looking at larger wedding celebrations, this can save you up to €300. But this is available for all numbers. I obviously have different pricing based obviously for the smaller numbers, and I can provide you with information on how much you would save on this. But you're saving 20% off your wedding coordination cost, which, as I say, is a really, really good offer. And how this would work is this is on weddings that are booked in the month of February, regardless of whether that's this year or next year. So absolutely fantastic. And if you'd like any more information on any of the venues, any of the services, or this special offer, then I'm more than happy to help. So the next step, well, the most important part is choosing that dream wedding venue. Carefully selecting which one ticks all the boxes, which one gives you butterflies in your stomach, which one really is the one that you can envisage in your mind as to where you're going to enjoy your whole wedding day experience. Once you have that, I always say to my couples, please provide me with an ideal wedding date, but also provide me with 3 wedding dates, so I can liaise with the venue and make sure that I've got some choice and some flexibility when liaising with them. Once we have confirmation of the date, what you would then do is then you would pay a small deposit, whereby you would not only confirm your wedding ceremony, which is through the wedding celebrant, but also the venue. And then the rest is taken care of. As I say, then we plan your big day, and then I take full responsibility for planning that wedding for you. We've been working together on a regular basis, discussing ideas and putting together ourselves the wedding that you would like to have out here in Lanzarote, so it's extra special and everything that you dream about and so much more. And then finally sending out those save the dates. So 2018 is already proving to be really, really busy, especially June to September. I'm already booking up very, very quickly. And what I would strongly recommend for 2018 dates is if you do have a date in mind, or you have seen a venue that really does just tick the boxes, please do get in touch if you do want to use my wedding planning services, so we can look to make sure that that wedding date's available, or be able to find a date as close to it as possible. So thank you so much for listening in. There's a lot of information here, a lot of venues, a lot is being discussed really, but I wanted to show you and showcase a little bit about how Lanzarote can be that perfect wedding destination. What I'm going to do now is, if you have any questions at all, do feel free to pop them into the questions tab on the little panel that you have, and I'm more than happy to answer those for you. So I'll just give you a couple of minutes just to pop those questions in, and I'll happily answer them for you. Don't be scared, feel free to ask me anything. Okay, so I have one question here, and the first question that I have is, do the wedding venues provide, the standard decoration and setup? Yeah. Most of the venues, I speak for mainly the hotels, they offer a very basic package, a standard package, which in some hotels, dependent on which the venue is, they offer the white seat covers, and usually a choice of a couple of like organza sashes in the colours that you may want for your, obviously for your wedding day, that match obviously your colour scheme. And I also can offer an extra service as well, so that can also be included. So if you wanted, because I did the wedding styling side of things, so if there's something more specific that you wanted, then I can definitely cater for that. That's not a problem at all. But most venues do cater for a standard decor, but obviously if there is something that you would want which is a little bit different, or a little bit to suit your style, then that's something that you can arrange with me separately. Okay, so another question. So after your deposit is paid, when is the balance due? Okay, your balance is due 4 weeks prior to your wedding. Okay, which is really good. So the brilliant part is that you put down your initial deposit, and then you can literally not have to worry about stressing to pay all this money out, for your wedding, in installments. In most cases, it is 4 weeks before. Actually, some of the services are actually on arrival as well at the pre-wedding meeting, because what I offer couples is, aside from the whole full planning, the full planning services, you would meet with me prior to your wedding day. We'd have a pre-wedding meeting where we'd just go through the whole day, the whole itinerary. You'd meet your photographer, your wedding celebrant, myself, and also some of the balances can be paid then as well. But in most cases, it is 4 weeks before, so I hope that's helped. Any more questions? Let me see. Okay, so I've had a question about accommodation. What was it? Let me just see if I can read it correctly. So accommodation for guests. Okay, so what I can do is, what I usually do is I can liaise with hotels, and I can also recommend private villas and other apartments that can suit all budgets for your wedding party and also for yourselves. With the hotels, you will get special rates. for yourselves and also your bridal party, where you will get some discounts and some extra little perks. And also with some of the private villas that I work with, you have the opportunity to stay there. And also, in particular, one of the venues, the private villas in particular that I discussed and that I showed earlier, you have the option of staying in one of their private villas as well. That is also really close to where your wedding would take place. So there's lots of options. You know, I can also recommend, you know, which companies if you're looking for more of a package. So yeah, anything can be catered for. I can recommend and simply help guide you with that. Okay, so I just want to say thank you ever so much for everyone for tuning in this evening and for listening to the presentation. I hope you found that useful. Do feel free to drop me a message. You can email me either on info@lanzaroteweddingplanner.com or through Facebook at Lanzarote Wedding Planner. You can just direct message me there and I'll answer any of your questions. And I look forward to hearing of you. Thank you again for listening and have a great evening, everyone. Bye-bye.